Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. How you doing? Thank you for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
He was called a junkie, a mad person, mental issues, so the public would have another view about him. His kpai, at least you all won. Take your trophy. You all made me a widow at 24. Olorun Idajo Reda. Again, you said, this is the picture of you and him. He said, our love story was a different one. We fought really hard to be here. I don't wish this type of pain on anyone. Again, you said, we have so many plans. Two responsibilities have now become one. You were my ride or buy. I tried my best to make you stay. Lady Oluwa, I repeat, I don't wish this type of pain on anyone. This is a picture you posted that same day. Liam doesn't deserve this. What do I tell him? He would only grow to know his father through the internet and his picture. Iwo Olorun Shanumi. This is another one. This nigga by few minutes after I posted his son's 5-month birthday. Araye Egbami o. This is another one. You made pregnancy look so easy for me. You don't play no jokes when it comes to me. This is what you used to pay me back after 10 years. After 10 years of being with you. Ileri Oluwa Josh Anumi. This is another one. I became a wife on this day. This nigga is so intentional about me. No one is perfect, but always make sure I don't lack in every area. Most artists don't do weddings, but prove how much he got me by doing ours. Nami no waiting death do me. No matter who I met, I can never.
And all of a sudden, the narrative began. People started asking questions. Who are these three guys in the car? And how did Mohbad die? What really happened? And because of this, because Mohbad had already had some videos of accusing the Naraka leader of wanting to kill him. So they now started posting these videos. We didn't know where these videos were coming from. The videos were flying from all over the place. And people were hair scattered. They wanted Sam Larry and Naramali to pay, but for nothing, then for blood. All over the world, including myself, we were all angry. Who could have done these horrible things to this guy, this uprising star?
Don't let anybody hear you.
The next audio we got.
So like I was saying, I was at the hospital that morning when Mohbad arrived. He came with one guy, the same guy that his video was trending on social media that was shouting, Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is dead. And that's why I told you that that guy, he had a lot of questions to answer because he know a lot of things that Nigerians don't know. The same guy he came with, and he is the same guy that took him out of hospital. Now,
but this is a proof that Mohbad did not go to that hospital alive.
The camera is outside now, not inside the living room, not in their bedroom, not in their staircase, outside. Mohbad died inside the house. So even if there was a camera outside, how did with the camera outside turn a 360 degree now, zoom in?
This is also her statement from the coroner inquest that she made on her oath. Listen to this one.
So let me say, it says, can you put a time frame, lawyer questions, that's Q. Can you put a time frame to when he died? A, answer, that's C, right? Says, I think it was around 3-something p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. Question, on that day that he died, comma, where did he die? Question mark, that's by the lawyer. Answer, A by CY, said, he died in the house that day. I wasn't really sure, but when he was injected. Injected by who? By the lawyer? Answer, by the nurse. On the 12th September, my husband and I were having a discussion after the injury at the show, and we were in the room. Question, we are coming to that. We we at when he died. Answer, see what it says. When the nurse gave him the injection, he was feeling uncomfortable. He asked his brother to get him water, which he did, but he was still feeling somehow. Can you put a name to that brother? Answer, Aloba Adura. He asked his brother to get him water, and I was at the scene with the nurse and the DJ. What is the name of that DJ? Answer, Bami. Question, Bami who? Answer, we call him Bami. Question, will it be Ajishebiri? Answer, yes, thank you.
This is a statement from Perez Hospital saying that Mohbad was brought in dead on arrival. Please take your time and read it, because we have a lot of contradicting statements from his wife. So how does your husband die at the house and then later on die 20 minutes at the hospital? Make it make sense. She has a whole lot of contradicting statements, and her statements are always inconsistent. Check this other video out at Arise TV.
Injection. Yeah, so it was the third injection that he reacted to.
How did you react to it?
After the injection, he vomited, he peed, and he started having reactions, started having goosebumps all over his body. His heart, it complained that like it was feeling hot in his heart. Do you understand? Like he told us to get him some water. That I want to put some water in his body, which his brother did. And he also said he needed cold, he needed AC. Like he's feeling hot inside. Like the injection is making him hot inside. And we tried our best. We took him to the hospital, and like 20 minutes after, the doctor said he's dead.
20 minutes after he had landed in the hospital?
Yeah. The doctor said he was dead.
But listen to another lie again, where she stated with Chidi that the day that Mohbad passed away, he had a podcast with one Susan Polk. Listening to this
injection, because my husband was fine before the nurse came, although he had an injury. In fact, the day he died, he had a podcast with one girl. What's the girl's name? Susan Polk.
Susan Pajok.
Pajok, yeah, I think, I don't know. He has a podcast. So for you to know, it was actually, and that was the day our son clocked 5 months.
This is another interview she did with TVC, saying that her husband went for a podcast. But later on in that interview, you will see her contradict herself and say he was supposed to go for the podcast. And when you search that podcast, there's nowhere you can find it.
So keep calling her. So I think the nurse later picked, and the nurse said she was not around. And I think on Tuesday, he had a podcast with one lady called Susan, my husband. And the nurse called also on Tuesday. I think Espendi later called the nurse, and the nurse later, but then
watch in this same interview as she contradicts herself by saying her husband was supposed to go for a podcast.
And also
listen to her carefully.
That day. So he later said, like, I should just tell Bami to call her, since it's just an injection, not a drip. That would take this time. So the nurse came around, I think around 2 p.m. on Tuesday. And we already had plans for that day. We wanted to go for a podcast, and also wanted to, because that was the day our baby clocked 5 months, wanted to get him a present for his 5th month birthday.
I thought she said that on Arise TV that it was the tear injection that made Mohbad to react and started getting goosebumps and started asking for water to be poured on him. But in this interview, she's saying that the nurse gave Mohbad the second injection, and the tear, when she was about to give the tear injection, she got into the room, and Mohbad started telling the nurse to stop, which means Mohbad did not take Mohbad did not receive any tear injection. He only received 2 injections and started reacting to it, according to her, not me. Listen again.
Celebrating Liam. So I was in the kitchen when the nurse came. And when the nurse came, she went upstairs to meet my husband. I also went, yeah. So we wanted to take the medication in Liam's room, but Liam's room is very small. So we had to go to our own personal room, myself and my husband's room. And, the nurse examined the wounded parts. And I told her that our husband is an ulcer patient. And she should be careful with whatever wants to administer on his body. She was even happy. Like, she was even thanking me that thank God I informed her. And, she said, so I was asking her, what kind of injection do you want to give him? I asked her, and he said, tetanus, and, I've forgotten the rest. No, I'm not in medical line. So, he gave the nurse administered 1 injection. The second one, I think it was the third one that reacted on his body. Oh. Yes, it was the 3rd injection. But I was not really because I was cooking before the hospital. So I had to go to the kitchen to put all the food I was cooking. I went upstairs. So I think it was around the nurse was about to give him the 3rd injection. But when I entered, so immediately I entered, it was like, he was telling the nurse to remove it. I was somehow. They told the nurse to remove it. I want to pee and I want to vomit. So I held his hand to the restroom. He vomited. He peed. On our way coming back from the restroom, he just fell down. They started saying his heart is hurting him. He needs water. So I had to call on Adura, probably like the other people like that they should come. So he told Adura to get him water. Adura should pour in water. So Adura got him water. We poured the water on him, but he was still not feeling comfortable. He said he needs, and he needs fan. Like, he's hurting inside his heart. He's hurting him. Yes, like, he needs water. Like, he needs us to pour water. Next, he started having, his body started having reactions. Like, he was vomiting. So we had to carry him to Liam's room, because Liam's room has AC. So he said he's still not feeling comfortable. So I knew that this something had to be done. So I ran to our neighbors, because his car was faulty. Like, his personal mechanic was working on his car. So I went to the mechanic. He has not even gone anywhere with the car. We cannot carry the car to the hospital. So I had to run to the next neighbor to please help us. And the neighbor accepted, and he followed up me upstairs to carry my husband. And I had to call on different people to just help me to carry me. So immediately such a test, that thing happened. The nurse ran to the nearest pharmacy. The nurse and army, they ran to the nearest pharmacy to get something to calm down the reaction. So on our way going to the hospital, we saw Bami and the nurse, so we had to leave them alone. So, and we stay around all cheese. Okay. So on our way going, there was no traffic. The traffic was really much. So we had to just come down from the car and carry on a bike to the hospital. So we got to the hospital, and the nurse, the doctor, my brother-in-law and Bami went to the ward, and they didn't allow me to go because of the way I was doing. So I went to the hospital. The doctor tried to examine me. I think like 15 minutes later, just the doctor broke the nurse instead. So immediately I heard it. It sounds funny, because this was the same person I had. Like, we still spoke like a few minutes ago, we had planned on going to Lekki to give our baby. So, it sounds like a trash to me. So I put a call through to his sister. I called his sister. I was just calling different people that day. I called my brother, his cousin, Darusha. I just called 20 people. So Darusha came to the hospital. And I told Darusha that no, my husband cannot be dead. I have to take him to the hospital. They don't know what they have to do. So I told him we have to take him to another hospital. So we went to another hospital, another Sapa, London. The nurse was also present. They were asking the nurse, what did you give him? So she was telling them, she was just talking. Me, I was just, but they didn't allow me to go inside because the way I was reacting. I just started the hospital. I sat outside, and I listened to their conversation. The doctor was asking them, what did you give him?
Listen to her again as she contracted herself in line.
Injection that you reacted to.
How did you react to it?
After the injection, he vomited. He peed, and he started having reactions, started having goosebumps all over his body. His heart, he complained that it was feeling hot in his heart. you understand? Like he told us to get him some water. That I want to put some water in his body, which his brother did. And he also said he needed cold, he needed AC. Like he's feeling hot inside. Like the injection is making him hot inside. And we tried our best. We took him to the hospital, and like 20 minutes after, the doctor said he's dead.
20 minutes after he had landed in the hospital?
Yeah. The doctor said he was dead.
But that's when she said that they took Mohbad to the hospital, and 20 minutes after, the doctor said that he was dead. And then in TVC interview again, she said when they took Mohbad to the hospital, in 15 minutes, the doctor said he was dead. And then she also said in her CTC, which is the coroner inquest at the court, she said Mohbad died in the house. But now listening from a news station, Joy TV from Ghana, all the way from Ghana, this is why you people need to know that the world is watching this Mohbad case. They read a Paris hospital report. Listen carefully.
So, lots of things happening in the showbiz industry, but then let's start from our brothers and sisters all the way in Nigeria. Now, I'm sure you've been following the Mohbad story.
Sure.
We've been doing updates as at when he passed on, and his story still lives on social media. He's still trending. Now, one of the key concerns when he passed on was the fact that they had so much conflicting accounts as to what actually killed him. And one of the accounts that has been trending on social media was the fact that he died on admission. And that got a lot of youths infuriated. But then turns out the hospital is coming out to say that's not actually what happened. So they released a statement. On your screens now is a copy of that statement. It reads that the attention of management of Perez Medicare Hospital has been drawn to the misleading and false information being circulated in some social media platforms that Mohbad died in our medical facility. Now, we consider it pertinent to put on record that about 4:30 p.m. on the 12th of September, the lifeless body of Mohbad was brought to our medical facility, and our medical team immediately sprang into action after assessment, and it was discovered that there was no sign of life, no central or peripheral pulse, no heartbeat, no recordable vital signs, and his pupils were fixed and dilated. Now, according to the hospital, they say upon inquiry about the circumstances leading to his death, the team was informed that the disease was being treated at home by a nurse. Interesting facts, yes. So it actually disputes the claim that he died on admission, and it's quite sad, but we've been following the story and bringing.
Let's not forget, she claims that Mohbad had a podcast on that Tuesday. A podcast that has never been aired on anywhere on the internet. If you check, this is me checking right now to look for the Susan podcast with Mohbad on Tuesday. I can't find nothing that Mohbad actually did a podcast, because she contradicted herself, saying that Mohbad did a podcast and later on saying that he was supposed to go for a podcast. She said it twice in a Raz TV and at the TVC interview. She said that Mohbad went for a podcast. He was even with Chidi. She said that Mohbad went for the podcast with Chidi. Okay.
Injection. Because my husband was fine before the nurse came, although he had an injury. In fact, the day he died, he had a podcast with one girl. What's the girl's name? Susan Pajok. Pajok, yeah, I think, I don't know. He has a podcast. So for you tonight, it was actually, and that was the day our son clocked 5 months.
So that's it. I'm working on where the whole thing started. Baba Mohbad first interview. Baba Mohbad first interview. I'm going all over the internet searching for more information on how this whole thing started. I'm even going to take it to where, including to the place that Yomi was sent that information from Adura, and then encounter check with his Bali Dominion when he went to the World Conference and all that. So I'm taking more information from everywhere, to part everything together. There's gonna be like maybe like 3 or 4 episodes. Then I think 3 or 4 episodes is gonna do the whole work. So we'll start from the get-go, from Baba Mohbad first interview that he had to because we already put in the start of where these guys announced Mohbad's demise, and we'll also get to where Very Dark Man came and said he suspected her and that there should be a DNA test and all that. And then we're going to bring Dr. Kimmy in. I'm going to bring Dr. Kimmy in, where she started the narrative of Dubai and the DNA something before Very Dark Man took in that. We're also going to get, there's a whole lot of information out there. A whole lot of information out there of what really happened to Mohbad and stuff. And where Darosha, we also need Darosha CTC, where later on he came and lied and said that his phone was hacked. I don't know if it was on the CTC or if it was a verbal statement. I don't know which one he did, but we need to get that CTC of where he said that where he was talking about his phone was hacked and all that. So I'm here for more information. If you get any information, you can just, like, anything you want us to, like, you want me to work on, you can just send it in my inbox. I'll find the page and then download it and do the compiling. Thank you very much.
Yeah, King of the South, don't forget that on Monday, the likes of this comedian, what is his name? This Curtis, what is they do call him Curtis also. What is this comedian name? Hey, who can remind me?
30 GB.
Eh?
30 GB.
Not 30 GB. Oh. This guy that I used to act Curtis in his comedian.
That's OGB now. OGB.
OGB, yes, OGB, God bless you. OGB, the likes of OGB and some celebrity, they posted on their Instagram page that Mohbad died on Monday. And Wunmi now said it that Mohbad died on Tuesday. So you can use that too against each other. There's some celebrity that posted it on Monday.
And this whole narrative of another nurse coming to observe Mohbad after to hospital, I still do not understand Wunmi. Where did Wunmi find this second nurse coming?
Yeah.
What did the second nurse came to do? And the embalmment itself, oh my God. It's crazy.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Papa.
I also discovered something. 1 minute, sir. Do you know that I discovered something? I discovered that, you see this 3-second video that we keep, like, people keep denying and keep thinking that it doesn't exist. I think this guy, what do you call it? My C has already confirmed about that video long time before it even came out with Very Dark Man. Let me play that for you. I found it and
you mean that you are talking about the Yomi Fabi 3-second video?
Yeah, that video.
All right, play it.
Let me say that.
Yeah, that video. King of the South, Papa, please.
Actually exists.
Yeah, Papa.
Once we let him get it on.
Yeah, Papa, I just wanted to say something, Papa, real quick. Is there
you will shift the conversation. Let him show what you want to show. Then you have the floor to what you want to do. I don't know. Is it gonna take you time, King, so we can?
No, it's not going to take a long time.
So just get it out.
I'm just looking for it right now.
Oh God. After they don't drag me. I don't even know where I met. I don't even know what to do now.
Wait, I know you said you searched through for the podcast, but I think we can still contact the lady and see if there was a podcast. At least the lady Susan something is still alive, right? So we can really contact her.
Yeah. And aside from that,
and see if Mohbad ever had a podcast that day.
No. Yeah, look at what they are trying to say now. They are saying that Mohbad was preparing to go to that particular.
No,
podcast.
she said it twice that Mohbad had a podcast.
He said he had.
We can understand if you listen to the TVC. In the TVC, she said Mohbad was preparing. Did you guys hear that as well?
Yes, now we heard it now.
Yes,
so
now,
it's against
because it's very contradictory.
That is what we call contradictory.
She already said that she already had one.
Please wait, guys. I've always corrected that. Okay. If I say, and I had a podcast that day.
You had a podcast with Supreme that day.
Yes, if I say I had a podcast with Supreme, okay, that day that I buy, okay, it could be that one, I have completed that podcast by an action, as an action, okay. I had a podcast. I have completed.
It's a past tense. I had a podcast. I don't know why you are trying to put meaning to it.
Wait, let him land.
Yeah, it could be. Please, this is English now. It could be that I have completed the action of doing the podcast with Supreme, okay, that day. And it could also be, it could also be that, now we are talking about it, okay? So, it is something that happened, it has happened, right? So we can also say, 1 minute, it could also mean that the person had it, but they didn't do it. It goes both ways.
Okay, Papariano, why don't we start? Let's start by finding out that name.
Let us even start. If
that's
there was
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right?
Because if we're supposed to have a podcast,
I like to have strong evidence when I want to do my thing, and this is how we can pin them down. Right? Even if we find Susan, it's good to find Susan. Okay, even if we find Susan, and Susan agrees. One, is Susan gonna? Mohbad never had any podcast with Susan, which I know for sure. And that doesn't rule out the fact that Mohbad didn't die on Monday. Because Susan don't know the whereabouts of Mohbad. Susan, did you even see Mohbad on Tuesday? I don't think Susan saw Mohbad. Talkless of even having whatsoever. So if you go by the second one that is being fed to her, that Mohbad was preparing for, a podcast. Preparing, let's even say Mohbad didn't go. Okay, what does that have to do with Mohbad? What does Susan have to do with Mohbad? They are just trying to make it look like Mohbad was alive, was fine. Mohbad wasn't alive. So that doesn't need to bring Susan here.
Papa, before we leave that conversation, please, I wanted to say something about that part.
Can you play that you want to play first? Play it.
No, Papa, I don't want to leave that conversation first, Papa. Just a minute, please.
I know. Just keep it, please. I know. Conversation can easily turn to something. Somebody may want to respond to whatever you say. Go on, King of the South.
I didn't see the ring. It was Mo that told me that. Tell you. Yeah, I swear to Almighty God that where is the ring, that I should find the ring. Which I accused the girl that what ring was Mohbad talking about? What was the ring for? The girl said, it's normal ring. She bought it from one of her friends. Then she started calling one of her friends, that girl to come and testify. That girl said, it's just a bendo, it's just normal ring. Which Mohbad was saying is not only normal ring. And it was that same night before NDLA. He was telling me all this, which I told her, okay, you know what? I don't want everybody in Malia house to know what was going on. We were inside it. I said, okay, let's drive to my estate, to my house, so we can sort this out before they call us at Malia house, the NDLA.
So how about Mohbad phone? Because I believe a lot of evidence is supposed to be Mohbad phone.
Yeah, that road manager said if the girl has not deleted it, because she has access to Mohbad's phone. If she never did it before they give this police, the same person told me that there was one video. So I do not now know if the video occurs to be SI and his wife or someone else. That's what I do not know. They said there was one video Mohbad held, which which is part of the fight they were fighting. That night they were going to buy a which caused fight. And Mohbad made statement that he was going to chew them off Terminal Beach.